turn the Wayback Machine back to episode number 63 of Bad Crypto Travis, and you'll recall that we had Warren Wang, from Chinese investors, ChineseFN.com on the show.
I do recall. That was a great episode. There's a lot of really interesting stuff going on. I think we interviewed Warren shortly thereafter, after China had banned ICOs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's time to catch up and meet one of his cohorts and discuss a new crypto exchange that they're going to be launching for non-U.S. regions on the 4th of July, which I think is funny because, the 4th of July is our Independence Day, but it's the only place that you won't be able to access ICO168.io. And with us, we have once again Warren Wang and Don Myers. Gentlemen, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Hi, Joe and Travis.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Great to have you guys here again. Before we jump into the exchange, maybe you can give us, Warren, a quick update on what's happening on the other side of the world in cryptos in Asia.
Sure. I think China banned ICO on September 4th in 2017, and the U.S. regulatory is getting more compliance, more regulations on the ICO too. So we saw the ICO from last year, 20,000 all the way dropped to 6,400, and then right now trading around 8,000. And we see a lot of limited ICO happening in the United States. So we think as a Chinese investors, we believe we saw other great news is there's two sectors really making money. One is the exchange. Binance, they just been 7 months, but they already been profitability. Their profitability is more than on the top of 99.5% all the Chinese public trading company in China, and they beat Deutsche Bank the profitability on the first quarter. They only have 200 employees, but Deutsche Bank have 100,000 employees. They've been over 100 years. So that's very profitable sectors. Other one you can see Consensus. They have over 10,000 people purchase ticket, average 2,000 per, and they generate $200 million in 3 days just by ticket selling. So that's kind of business we want as a public trading company, CRX, want to enter into. So we are going to launch the new ICO168.io in St. Vincent, and we are ready to go.
Now, I have a question around that. So for one, congratulations on the success you guys have been having over there. What is ICO168, and what does that number mean? I assume it's like a good luck number or something in Chinese?
Yeah, 168 always means in Chinese, it's all the way to the fortune. What it stands for is, I think the new coins can be all the way to the fortune for the new digital world. So it's a lucky number. It's God blessings things in Chinese language.
Very nice. So what is ICO 168? Are you creating a new exchange for Chinese-speaking people who are living in America, or is this a worldwide exchange? What exactly is going on with ICO 168?
I think we will just tailor to non-U.S., non-Canadian investors and non-Chinese investors in mainland China, because 3 countries is basically banning the people trade cryptocurrency. So we targeting overseas Chinese, for example, Singapore, Australia, maybe Europe. For all the Chinese around the world now, overseas Chinese who like to trade cryptocurrency, who love to get an education, because all secret source is more focused on education, invest tools, and platform. So put everybody into the trading platform with the knowledge, with the experience, with the information speed, with the platform altogether, not just giving them platform, let them trading, because we want to give people more education, make their trading life longer. That's our goals.
It's interesting, this business, since ICOs have slowed, it's a picks and shovels business, and people are always going to need exchanges. Now, we see some of these exchanges having their own coin, their own ICO, like Binance and KuCoin. Are you guys doing something similar, having an ICO around ICO 168?
Not yet. Maybe down the road in the future. But I think definitely in the United States, we will issue security token instead of ICO. So it can be a STO then ICO. I think you guys are very knowledgeable on the ICO world. So we will issue the regulation D down the road to accredit investor private sales instead of ICO cross sales in the United States. But we might issue the Reg S to non-US territory. But it's still, we don't there's no official news yet for this cross sales.
All right, now your website, one thing that you're talking about is some different tradable currencies. You're going to be able to have some trading pairs with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Is NEO, which NEO is, the Chinese Ethereum, is that something you guys are going to have as a tradable pair as well down the road?
I think we will consult our tech teams, because if they are ERC20, it might be very easy. And we will, it take a little while to have a NEO wallet, but if the people only want to trade NEO, it can be done in a day. So we possibly, after 4th of July, we will launch another 20 different currency pair. I would like to let our CEO, platform CEO, Donald Meyer, answer your guys' question.
So, Don, I'm clicking on the platform features on the website at ICO68.io. A lot of different things going on here. What can you tell us about how this platform and exchange will be different from the ones that those in the crypto world are already using?
Okay, first of all, and it not exactly has to do with the platform, but we have a trading academy, which trains and teaches, unprofessional traders. We don't want unprofessional traders going on the platform without at least a little bit of understanding of the crypto world. So, to start off, we do have a trading academy available, and I think that's very important. We're also going to have a 24-hour multilingual help desk. Now, most exchanges do have 24-hour 7, help desks, but ours is going to be multilingual. Not only Chinese, but all the other languages out there, which I think is important too, and caters to the, offshore community.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people, like in any type of investing, when they see opportunity, they get involved without really knowing what they're doing. And that's why, we encourage people to do their own research and to understand that this is not investing is about increasing your, your bank account to some degree, but this is about technology we're talking about here. And I appreciate that you're going to put people through a little bit of a tutorial so they understand before they invest.
No, absolutely. You make a good point, and I think we're kind of addressing that straight away.
That's great. So how far along are you with your technology? Because a lot of folks will talk about how great their project is going to be. How far along are you guys with your technology today, and how soon are you guys ready for a full rollout of the technology? Because I think that's what a lot of people really care about. Where are you now, and where are you going to be shortly?
So we're pretty close. As Warren said earlier, that we're going to launch on July 4th, which is ironic, being Independence Day. Basically, we're almost there. We have a couple glitches that we need to fix, on the front end, but the back end's pretty much done, and we're kind of excited about that, because the front end, we just have to change some things and customize it the way we want it to look. Like I said, the back end is pretty much done. Would you agree, Warren?
Yes. I think we have a 3 to 5 years plan. Make sure our shareholder, our company employee can launch profitability business. Well, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Drew and Travis, look at all the ICO, all the cryptocurrency world. What do you think the most valuable player in this whole sector? I think the media, and exchange is the most valuable or most profitable sector right now, because a lot of other things is need to burn the money, but the exchange, they bring the cash flow, bring a lot of information for the investor. So if I'm an investor for the cryptocurrency world, I might first start looking the Binance, looking the KuCoin, looking the HT, looking for the OKEX, look their valuation compared to the revenue and profitability. They are way undervalued. So that's why from Binance world, I think they only have 1.5 billion the revenue. I mean the valuation on the whole company or whole foundation. But their profitability is almost $14 million. $1.4 billion for a year. So I think there's a lot of value or upside for this sector. That's why we want to be involved, because we already been 20 years. And I think we have over 100,000 registered users. So I think we can be to grab some market share from this space. I don't know if you guys agree or not.
Question about launching. We will be ready for July 4th. The back end is done. We're doing some customizing on the front end.
Now, is the exchange owned by ChineseInvestors.com Inc.?
Yes, but just for this disclaimer issue, we only launch for non-U.S. territory. We don't targeting U.S. investor, because we believe, like SEC chairman said, all the tokens except Bitcoin, rest of most for the chairman's eyes is more like securities. So we don't want to trade a security with no license. So that's why we want only trade a non-U.S. Tailored to non-U.S. investors only. We are ready to go. We glad to bring Donald here. And maybe Donald can explain, tell people his resume, what he experienced before, so give an investor more confidence into this platform.
Well, the reason I ask is because for U.S. investors, they can't use the exchange. But if the exchange is owned by ChineseInvestors.com, that's a publicly traded company, right, on the OTC exchanges, the symbol CIIX. Is that right?
Yes. So I think if the company can be really profitable, I think that our shares can have a potential goes up. That's why we are so anxious to launch the platform, and we are so glad to bring Mr. Meyer, almost been 20 years in the industry, so he can leading the team to make sure our investor can be profitable.
I'm curious about the rest of the team that you guys have, because that's one of the things that our folks like to know as well. Like, how robust is your team? Who all do you have working on this thing? Because, exchanges are a very important part of the process, not just because they're profitable, but because people put a lot of faith into them and their security. And so maybe talk about your team and how you guys are going to ensure that your new platform is super secure, because that's what most people are concerned about, I think, when talking about with exchanges.
Okay, so this is Don again. I come from over 20 years of trading and sales experience in the currency markets, which with the volatility and the 24-hour trading kind of lends its hand to being a little similar to the crypto markets. So with my background, I went and we're in the process of hiring some other salespeople with that same type of experience. We have a CTO as well, and we have some people in the back end that are developers that come from the currency side as well, whether it be retail currency or the institutional side.
Well, I do think there's a little bit of a difference there from the currency side to the cryptocurrency and the levels of security that are needed. And that's great. You got some salespeople coming on, but what about the security side of things?
I think we will put everything on the cold storage. I think we have a 3 years plan, and I think when we getting started, we will definitely put in the cold storage, and then we will expand our tech teams after we're raising the money from the investor base within 6 to 12 months. That's our plan. That's why we might issue that security token down the road in U.S. and non-U.S. territory. So we definitely will put a lot of allocation to the tech parts.